Hey, what's up, MLB fans out there around the world? It's good to be back. I mean, it's really good to be back. It's been a while since I've talked some baseball, and it's getting close. Season previews here. MLB trade rumors with association with Yo Productions. It's good to be back in the booth, folks. It's good to talk some baseball, a sport I've loved forever, and I don't talk about it as much as I used to. I mean, over the years, I made so many videos on YouTube, and it's been a lot of fun. I've never thought, talking sports on on just on your webcam, it could become really popular. And watching those guys over the years, watching them on Baseball Tonight, and like ESPN and MLB Network now, and all these other networks that have their own little baseball shows. It was always fun to watch how they did it. And over the years, I've given you guys some look at like MLB Network and like ESPN. Seeing how they presentate and have their analysts and pundits and talking about the games. That's what I tried to do in the beginning. It wasn't right, but I had to try something new. When you're as creative as I am, and I'm always trying to think of new ideas. You got to always look at the world in a different way. And the way you look at the world is you have to always have two ways of thinking. So, when it comes to MLB review, over the years I've tried different ways to make it a better show. And it wasn't easy. But, I always was thinking, and I was always watching lots and lots of games over the years. I've recorded and stuff, and I've watched them over and over again. And I've seen techniques of players and the way certain players play, and you criticize the current players today. And it's good to be a little bit critical about certain players. And certain players I never ever get critical about. But when I look at the MLB this season, and I look into the American League East. Okay, we'll start off with the American League East. Today we'll start with the American League East. Tomorrow we'll go into the National League West. Actually, American League Central. And then the next day we'll go to the American League West, and then we'll go to the National League another time. We'll start off the American League East. You look at teams like Baltimore Orioles, the Boston Red Sox, the World Series champions, the Toronto Blue Jays, the Tampa Bay Rays, and the New York Yankees. Well, it was an off season to remember for the New York Yankees. They kind of looked like the Bronx Bombers once again. They went out there, they signed the players they wanted to sign. They did what they do best. You fans out there over the years, you've always complained that Yankees never spend any money. But when they do, it's pretty amazing. So, what do? They went fishing. The first player they went and grabbed was Carlos Beltran. Numerous time All-Star, played for the Cardinals in the World Series recently, and he's one of the greatest playoff performers in the history of baseball. What a signing. 3-year deal, I think around 17, 60, or actually 40 something million dollars. Huge money, no doubt about it. The Royals were really in on Beltran. According to some published reports and some inside information that I've learned, they were really close. They came very close to getting a deal done. But that's what happens. Sometimes you're going to make a deal, and then sometimes you're not going to make a deal at all. And Beltran chose the Yankees because he has a better chance of winning a World Series, I guess. But I think he should have went back to the team he began his career with, where he won the 1999 Rookie of the Year. You know, when it comes down to it, you know, it's a business decision. And sometimes it's money, and sometimes it's about winning. Most times when these guys sign with the Yankees, they want to win. The Yankees haven't won anything since 2009. Do you think they're going to win anything this year? I doubt it. I mean, okay, they got Tanaka, the biggest free agent out there from Japan. He has a lot to prove. But I've seen him in a few spring training games. He looks pretty awesome. There's no doubt in my mind that Tanaka is going to really dominate in the major leagues. But does he have any help? Ivan Nova? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Kuroda. That's about it. Man, the Yankees pitching staff is really bad. They don't really have much depth. They've lost Hughes. Um, they've lost Jobber Chamberlain. I mean, they've lost quite a bit of talent. Over the years, they've always had great talent, great pitching talent. and the retirement of Andy Pettitte, that kind of hurts. Now, when you really think about it, that is kind of a blow to this New York Yankees nostalgia. And now the news of Derek Jeter retiring at the end of the season is a shocker. But Jeter has played the game since 1996 when he came into Major League Baseball as a young kid. He's been a champion ever since, and he always will be a great leader. Derek Jeter is one of my all-time favorite people in the game, a true citizen of the game, a true student of the game. I've been watching this game since I was a kid. I played it for 10 years. Let me tell you, you have to play your butt off if you want to get to the pros. I didn't play my butt off. That's why I never made it to the pros. I wasn't that good, but I went out there and I had fun. It's a kid's game, and you just got to go out there and play to your top of your ability. And this is what I give back to the game of baseball, a sport I've watched forever. When I was younger, I used to have the books, with the stickers and stuff you put on the players. I got back in the 80s, 88, 89, when, the Bash brothers were dominating Major League Baseball, and Jose Canseco and Mark McGwire. It was pretty amazing, folks. And that's one thing that I will never forget. So when you talk about Derek Jeter in his era, he's one of a kind, man. He's up there with the Joe DiMaggios. He's up there with the Mickey Mantles, the Babe Ruths. I mean, the guy's a man. Ozzie Smiths. I mean, this guy, he's done it all. On and off the field, Derek Jeter is a true good guy. There's not much good guys left in the game. The villain nowadays is Alex Rodriguez. But hey, Alex Rodriguez took some flack over the years, but he's still a good guy. A-Rod has maybe lied more than he's, to his detractors. But no, A-Rod's still a good guy. I just think when you have an ego like he has, it's hard to please everybody. When you have so much money, it's hard to please everybody. When you have so many ladies on your arm, it's doubly hard to please everybody. But let me tell you now, Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, two good ball players. And it's too bad there's only Jeter this year. Kelly Johnson comes in, plays from third base this year for them. Let's hope he stays healthy. And if he does, the Yankees have a good chance. When you really think about it, they really have a chance in this American League East. It's going to be tough. All the teams are going to be pushing to the end of the season. From Tampa Bay Rays, they still have David Price. They still have Evan Longoria. They got Will. What's his name? Was it Will Johnson? Oh, actually, Will something. But they have that young guy too. So I mean, the pitching looks good. The hitting's good. They brought in a new catcher, the Tampa Bay Rays, and we'll see what they can do. They still have the same team. They brought a few new arms in, like Eric Bedard and stuff. So we'll see what they can do. When you look at the Toronto Blue Jays, they didn't bring anybody in. They're struggling in the spring training. Ari Dickey needs to really step it up this year. This is a make or break year for him with the Blue Jays. They need to turn it around. I don't think they will, but you never know. I've been wrong before. It's all about confidence. It's all about belief. It's all about going out there, working your butt off, and showing the fans that you mean business. And that's what it's all about in the end. If you're not focused, it's not going to work for you. So the key is for the Blue Jays is you got to stick with it. You got to go with it. You got to do what you got to do to win. I mean, if you have to pitch hit, if you have to scrap, if you have whatever it takes to get on base, if you have to bunt, if the slash, if the home run, it doesn't matter. Everybody has to work together for 162 games. And at the end of the day, you might make it or you might not make it. Your goal is the wild card. You get that wild card, anything can happen. It's just been proven over the last few years with the new wild card that's been added to the original wild card, that play-in wild card, anything can happen and anything can still happen. I look at the Baltimore Orioles. They went and got Ubaldo Jimenez. They brought in Johan Santana. Two pitchers who I think are still legitimate aces in my book. The most important thing for both these guys is health, especially Santana. He's missed the last 2 years due to arm problems, shoulder problems. So now he looks like he's healthy. It's going to take him some time to acclimate himself to the team. But, I really think if Johan Santana can even be anything close to what he was when he was with the Twins. They have a very good chance. Let me tell you right now, they have a very, very good chance in that American League East and making the playoffs. The Boston Red Sox, they've lost a lot of their pieces. And Jacoby Ellsbury to the Yankees. They lost Stephen Drew to free agency. And he's still a free agent. They could still sign him, but I doubt they will. And I'm hearing Tigers are probably going to sign him. So when you really think about it, folks, you never know. The Tigers, they're going to be really pushing to get Drew. But the Red Sox, they still have a good pitching staff. They got Clay Buchholz. They have Felix LeBron. They have John Lester. They have John Lackey. They have a real good rotation. Their bullpen's one of the best in baseball. Well, we'll just have to see what happens with their closer role. I just don't know who's going to be closing for them this year. It looks like Andrew Bailey got signed by the Yankees, I believe. So we'll have to see who's going to be closing for this team. Hammerhand's gone to another team. It's going to be, closing by committee. Yohara, I think, is their closer now. So we'll have to see with the Red Sox. I mean, anything can happen. Anything can still happen with the Boston Red Sox. It's all about timing. It's all about belief. It's all about going out there and working hard. So that's my first look at the new Major League Baseball season for 2014, folks. I've been watching a few of your videos out there on YouTube, folks. And, the boys, talking some baseball, those guys out there, they're good, man. I mean, those guys, they know what they're talking about. Watch their vids, guys. You YouTubers out there. My name is Mark Spencer. Thanks for watching. And remember, the NCAA tournament starts on Thursday on CBS. It's going to be pretty cool, folks. CBS, TNT, True TV. It's going to be pretty cool. And TBS hosting the NCAA tournament, the road to the Final Four in Dallas. So take care, folks. This is Mark Spencer for MLB Today. Season preview of the American League East. My name's Mark, and I'm signing out. Happy St. Pat.